Welcome back to OVR and to this week's shooting drill. This week's shooting drill is going to involve drawing from holster and a reload as well as some movement. I qualify this as an intermediate. It certainly could be advanced because you are moving and you're reloading, but for our purposes, I put it down as an intermediate. Keep in mind, I have not created these drills or named these drills. These are drills you can find online, and we can customize those here at OVR for you and for your given situation. So this week's drill is called the El Presidente drill. In this drill, you're going to actually have your back to the target. On the beep, you're going to turn, draw from holster, engage each of the 3 targets, and you can go right to left or left to right with 2 shots. Once you've hit all 3 of those targets and they've dropped, you're going to reload and you're going to go the opposite direction. Obviously, if you go right to left, you're going to come back left to right then. And you want to do this, making sure you're not flagging. And so as you do your rotation, you don't want to have the pistol already out and pointed because you're going to flag anybody as you turn. At the same time, you want to make sure you take as few moving steps as you can. So you don't want to take a step back to rotate and multiple steps. If you take that step back to rotate, continue with that step back. Again, you should be able to do this in about 2 to 3 steps. You know, if you're taking 4, 5, and 6 steps, you're wasting some time there in doing that. You also don't want to cross your feet up. And so there's a lot of moving parts involved here. And so you have to really concentrate on this drill. Obviously, this is not a drill you're going to do at a standard range either, though. One other note that you'll find on this drill is on the last several drills, I've had some comfortable cargo pants on, as well as a polo shirt. I've got just a t-shirt on. I've got some shorts on. You want to make sure you mix it up when you're shooting. You want to wear different clothing that you may or may not be wearing outside. I typically wear a polo shirt to work every day, but there's some days I do have to put a sport coat on. And so there'll be some drills later on that you're going to find I'm going to put my sport coat on and have that and go from concealed. And get So once again, on these drills, I do my best not to edit out, especially any mistakes or errors that I make. And on this situation, you can actually take a look at this and see that on my second target, I missed. And even though I hit the target, I just barely missed outside of that 6-inch circle, because that's our goal, is to get inside that circle and not just to hit the target. And so I made that shot. I went to move on to the 3rd target and realized that that didn't drop. So I readjusted back to that target, took that target down, moved to my 3rd target, did my reload, and kept rolling. Okay, so let's do an evaluation here. In the beginning on the draw, you can see I don't actually draw my weapon until I get pretty much all the way around. And then I can go ahead and draw it and point it down range right to the target. You can also see that my first shot, I'm a little bit rushed. It's just barely inside that little 6-inch circle. Still in there, still accurate, but I can be better at that and maybe not rush that first shot as much. As I progressed across, I hit all my shots, and then on my reload, kind of settled myself down a little bit. Once I got my reload in there, calmed myself down some, and then you can see that as I did that, my first shot on that second series of targets, so basically the fourth target, you can see is pretty much dead center. And so as I progressed there, I was able to calm down and get better shots. So I know that I need to not rush myself at the beginning anymore and just sort of take a good deep breath and just let this happen. You can also see on this that my total time is about 7.85 seconds, so almost 8 seconds. And that's 8 shots, center mass, with a reload in there, as well as that initial turn, that draw from holster, and that turn to face the target at that point. Now, there is some cheating, if you want to call it that, because I kind of know where the targets are going to be. So it's not a complete surprise that there's targets, but it gets me into that muscle memory, and again, to teach myself not to rush that first shot.